opens the game with e4 and is greeted with the Sicilian defense, c5. If white doesn't want to enter the incredible complications of the open Sicilian with knight f3, followed by d4, then white can consider choosing an anti-Sicilian. One interesting choice is to play the closed Sicilian, which, just as it sounds, avoids opening lines quickly and doesn't require white to memorize several critical lines in order to play it effectively. We reach the closed Sicilian after the moves e4, gaining space in the center and preparing d4. The most dynamic way to counter this plan is to play c5, fighting for control of the d4 square, turning the game into the dynamic Sicilian defense. Instead of playing knight f3, followed by a quick d4, turning the game into the open Sicilian, white can decide to steer the game toward the closed Sicilian with knight c3, centralizing the knight and remaining flexible with kingside development. In this video, we're going to focus on the closed Sicilian based upon the move g3, preparing a kingside fianchetto. If you plan on playing these positions as black, it's important not to assume that your opponent is going to play g3 on the next turn. Depending on how black responds, white can decide to play knight f3 and then prepare to turn the game into the open Sicilian with d4. For example, if you assume white is going to play g3, the characteristic closed Sicilian idea, and you decide to prepare a kingside fianchetto with g6, instead of playing g3, white may decide to shift gears and play knight f3, when after bishop g7 and d4, after c takes d4, you suddenly find yourself in the hyper-accelerated dragon variation of the Sicilian defense. This is a perfectly reasonable opening if you play it intentionally as black, but you definitely don't want to find yourself move-ordered into an opening you are not comfortable playing. This is why it's important as a Sicilian player to be prepared if your opponent tries to turn the game into the open Sicilian instead of continuing with the closed Sicilian strategy. Depending on what black typically plays against the open Sicilian, there's a wide variety of options, including d6, e6, and even a6, preparing b5 as reasonable choices to consider. We're going to mostly focus on the flexible